Hey everyone, my name is Danny, and welcome to the Open Neuromorphic Weekly Community Town Hall. Today I'll be providing some weekly updates just to keep everyone posted on what we've been working on as a leadership committee and what to expect in the near future. One thing to note today is that we're experimenting with a shorter form town hall. We want everyone to be able to sort of ingest the updates to the community quickly. We know everyone's busy, so we want to be part of your weekly routine. Um, all right, so let's get into it. The first thing that I'd like to mention is some updates on our governance and sponsorship. As we've mentioned in previous town halls, we're pursuing a fiscal sponsorship model where we're sort of wrapped by kind of an external 501c3 in order to be able to receive funding, which is going to really help us with a lot of our initiatives and move forward with kind of furthering our mission. So we've been making progress with pursuing some relationships with some potential fiscal sponsors. One notably is the Open Science Hardware Foundation. So we're really excited about a potential partnership with them in order to really kind of help us pursue our mission. We've also added a new sponsorship policy, which is really going to help us kind of cement the way that we handle incoming financial sponsorships and kind of standardize the way that we manage any funding or relationships we have with external organizations. And that's really an essential part of creating kind of a model like this, is that we need to make sure that everything we do is in a controlled, standardized, and sort of transparent manner, along the lines of, what we are as a community. Also, open neuromorphic research is also moving along. So the kind of the primary source of work right now is getting our venue published on Open Review, which is a platform for putting out kind of a publication venue, an open source publication venue. There's a lot of sort of background setup that needs to be done. Basically, we need to move from a development environment into a production environment, which involves approval from Open Review's end and approval, and kind of a setup to make sure that all of our reviewers, all of our submitters have all the infrastructure that they need in order to, submit and review in kind of a clean manner. We want to make sure that their kind of quality of life is as good as possible. So those documents are drafted, and thanks again to the reviewers who have volunteered. We look forward to getting that call for papers out soon, within the next few weeks or so, as we move forward with that, but definitely still making progress, which is great. Thirdly, we're proud to announce that the mission board is live. So we advise you guys all to check in on the Open Neuromorphic website to look for potential opportunities for contribution to often utilized neuromorphic software projects in the field. And we use the Help Wanted GitHub tag to easily contribute to these projects, which is really cool. So shout out to Justin for really spearheading that mission board initiative. I think that this is really going to help folks easily get involved with the community. I mean, one kind of barrier to entry is that people that want to get involved in the neuromorphic community through Open Neuromorphic aren't really sure where to start. So I'd heavily advise that this is really the perfect kind of location for that, and also to contribute significantly to really remarkable projects in the field. And then lastly, we have some upcoming news about a new workshop. Gregor Lenz, whom you may have interacted with or heard of in the past, one of the former leaders of Open Neuromorphic, will be giving a workshop presentation on September 29th. So that's really exciting. Gregor Lenz is the creator and current maintainer of the Tonic software framework. So that's really great. Thanks to Gregor for being willing to do that. And we're really excited about that presentation. Another thing with regard to events is that we're kind of experimenting with a potential new format alongside our traditional format for our student talks initiative. We, once those come out, we'll talk a little bit more about those in detail. But we're considering kind of more of a panel format in addition to our sort of traditional presentation format. That's not a comprehensive list. We've got some more things cooking that we're super excited to announce in the future, but those are still work in progress. So once those are finalized, we're really delighted to be able to present those things. So again, this we wanted this to be kind of a shorter format. So we try to keep it to about 5 to 10 minutes, and so that's the news I have to share with you guys today. But I just want to open the floor to the community to see if you guys have any questions or anything that I could answer. We really want to prioritize making sure that we communicate with stuff that you guys are interested in as much as possible. So maybe anyone want to share thoughts on the new sponsorship policy? Do you like it? Think we could be modified? Or any project that would be recommended to see on the mission board? We'll give folks a few minutes. In the meantime, we'll also mention we've had several volunteers kind of reach out, and that is super, super exciting. Thanks to everyone who reached out to volunteer to contribute, whether that's to our website or to kind of broadening our scope of presenting research in the field or helping us out with our social media initiatives. As we mentioned previously, Open Neuromorphic runs on volunteership. So thanks to everyone who reached out, and we welcome anybody else to reach out and just say, is there anything I can help with? And that's really awesome. All right. I'm not seeing anything. So, all right. With that, I guess we can end for the week. Thanks to everyone who joined. And I look forward to talking to you guys next week.